Thinking about buying a rented property, it might seem like a great investment, but if you're not careful, you could end up losing thousands, getting stuck with nightmare tenants, or even worse, a squatter who won't leave for years and destroys your property. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the 5 things you need to consider when buying a rented property. And stick around till the end to hear my super secret tip about how to handle tenants after closing. If we haven't met before, my name is Lucy Hood, and I'm a top producing realtor that has bought, built, managed, and sold a great number of properties in my 8 years in the business. It's my mission to bring you wealth and understanding through real estate right here in the Smokies. Step 1, know the lease terms. When you buy a rented property, you inherit the existing lease. Make sure that you review it carefully, especially the length of the lease, the rent amount, and any special conditions. Step number 2, tenant rights. In Tennessee, you can give a tenant 30 days notice to move out, even if they haven't breached the lease. However, if the tenant did something dangerous or threatening, you only need to give them 3 days to vacate. If the tenant hasn't paid rent or has broken the lease terms, they may also be given a 30-day notice to leave. Be aware of these rules when taking on an occupied property. Step number 3, condition of the property. Keep in mind that tenants may not treat the property with the same care that a homeowner would. Schedule a thorough inspection to ensure you know what you're getting into with potential repairs or maintenance needs. Tip number 4, rental income, cash flow, and the eviction process. Buying a rented property can be a smart investment, but you'll want to confirm that the rental income is enough to cover your expenses. Don't forget to account for things like property taxes, insurance, and maintenance costs. Also, depending on how behind the tenant is on rent, you can take steps fairly quickly to get them out. These rules vary by county, but in Jefferson and Sevier counties, all you need to do is give the tenant written, documented notice to catch up on rent within 14 days. If they don't comply within those 14 days, you can subpoena them to court, and typically you'll get a court order requiring the tenant to pay and move out within 10 days of the court ruling. The court ruling depends on when they're served. Tip number 5, and my super secret tip. After closing, it's a good idea to introduce yourself to the tenants and set clear expectations. A positive landlord-tenant relationship can go a long way in keeping the rental running smoothly. Now that you know the basics of buying a rented property, you probably are wondering about managing rental properties effectively. Stay tuned for my video next week where I'll dive into tips on how to be a successful landlord and make the most of your rental investment. Click the like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all things real estate in the Smokies. And if you're interested in hiring me to be your trusted local advisor, give me a call or text 865-264-0517.